All right, hello and happy Tuesday. Today, Giles and I are going to talk about budgeting for pets. Giles is not going to talk about it. He's probably not going to last. I've been wanting to revamp the way that I budget for the animals. If you don't know, I've got this guy, his sister, and my older cat, Harvey. So that's 3 cats. Are you? Okay. 3 cats to budget for. And so I've been wanting to revamp how I worked that budget out, because when it was 1 cat it was easy to kind of just fold into everything, but now there are 3 of them and it's kind of a bigger deal. So let's make some budget changes. All right, so right now what I have going on is I had little categories for my pet kind of scattered throughout my regular budget. So I had, his insurance in my bills category, and like cat supplies in this category, and then his sinking fund in this category. It was just kind of folded into everything. But now, especially while the kittens are so small, it's kind of becoming a bigger part of the budget. So I'm going to just make a new category, the kitty committee, because that is what they are. They've taken over our home. They are the government in this household. I am going to put that, I think, between bills and life, because it's a little bit bills, a little bit life. We like to buy them fun things, but they also have things that are important. So I'm going to move pet insurance into there. I'm going to move, I have to rename this category, into there. And I'll have to move, where is it? The emergency fund into there as well. So the kitty committee was a line item in my budget before. As you can see, it's getting a lot of action this month. And that was kind of a catch-all for all things cat. It was food, it was cat equipment, it was toys, it was everything. So I think I need to break this out a little bit and call this, I'm gonna do one called just, I'm gonna name them, I'll think of something funny later, but for now we'll just keep them simple for the sake of showing you. Cat food. We have a subscription to something called Meow Box. It's like a bark box, but for cats. So they send treats and toys and fun little things. We do that once a quarter. Pet insurance is billed by pet. So like this right now is just for Harvey. Harvey insurance. I need Harvey insurance. And then we'll also have Willow insurance, and we'll also have Giles insurance. It's like $100-something a year. It's not insane, but it is all billed separately, so I'm gonna put that separately. In our household, a kitten situation is when a kitten is on you and you can't go do something, so you need someone to help you with something. But a kitten incident means something terrible has happened and it's the kitten's fault. So I think the emergency fund being called a kitten incident is pretty accurate. Cat food, Meow Box, insurance. I'm trying to think of, actually, what we can do? We can look through here. So Amazon, one of these was a litter box. Ooh, cat litter. Some people may think that it's a little bit crazy for these all to be their own individual categories, but I really, really would like to nail down how much I'm spending on all these things. So for the sake of, having an idea, I'm also just a little bit crazy and I enjoy having a lot of categories, so I know exactly what I'm spending my money on. So this is food, this is the Meow Box, a lift. This is cat travel an insane category to have for somebody? Because right now the kittens are small, so they have a lot of appointments. They have like vaccine appointments, they have a spay and neuter upcoming. I think I'm gonna do it. Cat travel. The cats are traveling, but so are we, because their appointments right now are in Brooklyn and I live in Queens, and that is simply just, it can't take 2 cats on a train in the middle of the summer for an hour. It's just not realistic. And they will yell a lot. There was something else, and then it was cat equipment, cat furniture, cat fixtures, Like, they have a lot of toys, as you can hear. They have water fountain, they have litter boxes, they have auto feeders. It's not something we buy a lot, but it is something that we do buy. So is that something that should be in the budget? I think I am gonna put, you know, cat, I guess for my house I call it fixtures, so I guess I'll call it fixtures here too. And we'll have that for a while and see if I actually continue to need it, and if not, we can fold it into one of these others. So here's the trick, is I need to set targets for all of these, and it's gonna really ruin the beautiful aesthetic of my budget that I have going, but it is real life. So $33.40 is about how much Harvey's food costs, but it was a bigger bag than we're gonna continue buying. I'm just gonna do, so I was doing $175 before, but that was for everything. So, oops. So for food, I'm gonna put it at 60, and if I find myself overspent in the future, I will adjust that up. Like I said, I don't have a great idea because everything's been in one category. Cat litter at CVS I spent $15.55. I'm gonna set this as 32 for now. 32. And again, if I find myself overspent or like that's not enough, then I will change that. That's the beauty of YNAB, is it's super easy to change. I put all of these kind of categories, the ones that I'm not super certain about, I set them as a, you may have noticed, a little monthly savings builder. So that way, if I put $32 in there this month and I don't spend that, I will still put $32 in next month and just keep it rolling for a while. Especially with these cat kind of categories, because these are not things that I often, like I'll buy the cat food, I'll buy every other month. So if I have 121 month, I might spend the 120 that month and then not buy any the next month. So I just like to have the money rolling for a while, and then if I need to, I will cap it at a certain point. Meow Box is $26 every 3 months, so it is I'm gonna just put $8.75 a month. And then it'll build up over time. That's fine. I'm fine with that as well. Meow Box, like I said, is like a bark box but for cats, and they are super nice. Their customer service is really wonderful. I really recommend it. I'm not an affiliate of them or anything. I don't get anything for that, but I just really enjoy them. And the cats are obsessed with their toys, and we have treats for days. I would get it every month, but number one, my house is already overrun with cat toys, and they send a bag of treats every month, and when Harvey was just by himself, it was too many treats. It was too many treats. I really enjoy them. They're really nice. Okay, cat fixtures. We are going to need auto feeders or some kind of food system for the kittens at some point, but we don't have anything super crazy happening right this moment, like that we have like dollar signs. We need this for this. So I'm gonna say 25 a month over time, and then I will adjust this. I will adjust that as necessary, or just overfund this category if I have something specific in mind. Harvey's insurance, I've had him a while, so he has a target because he has had pet insurance for quite some time. The babies are getting insurance after their spay and neuter, because they need a medical record. So in order for them to have a full medical record, they need to get checked out by the vet, and so they're going to get a spay and neuter soon. Not too soon. So this will be annually. I gotta move myself, I can't see. They're not big enough quite yet, but let's say the end of August I want to have this, and it is, I already did like a check-in. Oh, I cut myself off. I already did like a little check-in with my same insurance company to see, and this is about what it will be. I don't think it's gonna be exactly that. But it will be around this. I think it's actually going to go down from what because I'm obviously going to have multiple cats on the policy. This is also where I have my renter's insurance. So, and in a very similar vein as cat fixtures, cat travel is so funny to me. It's not something that we do constantly. It's not something we do even often, but it is something we're doing a lot of right now. So I'm, again, going to put the 25 with the anticipation that I will need more than that eventually. This is a $50 every month target. It's just set for next month. So, put myself back. What I'm going to do now, and I'll kind of speed through it so you don't have to watch, is I'm actually going to go through and reallocate these transactions in the transaction tab, and I'll like keep you on it, but so you can see what I'm doing, but it's going to go quick, just to make sure that these are all reflected accurately for this month. All right, it wasn't too many. Now, as you can see, my budget flipped out, but that's because all the money was assigned in this category and now it is dispersed. So we're gonna cover all of these with and there we are. Now, as you can see, for the targets that I have set for the month, I have not met all of those, which is fine because it's accurate. And then now I have a much better understanding of how much these demonic but adorable little kitties actually cost. Now, obviously these numbers seem high. These are not monthly numbers. For Harvey's insurance, I put like, here, we can click forward into August, less than $11 a month. It's not outrageous. So I think it'll end up being less than $40 by the time all is said and done. And for peace of mind for those cats that are daredevils, that's worth it to me. And yeah, we're gonna rock with that for a little while and see how that pans out. I'm excited to have a better handle on this because this category was just, when it was just one thing, it was getting a lot of use and I didn't have a lot of insight into where that was going. And now we can see, and if I decide to cut back on something, we can know what we're cutting back on and what's realistic. And then we can see moving forward how much it actually costs to have 3 cats in your house in New York City where you have to pay crazy prices for everything. So that's me, that's the cats, and that's all we got. We'll see you next time.